Hello, this is the lecture number 1 for the chapter circles for the class 9th, and first of all we discuss the basics for the circle. Now what is a circle? Circle is a set of points. It is a set of points whose distance from the fixed point is always constant. Suppose we have taken this fixed point and the set of points whose distance from this fixed point, suppose this is a point we have taken, suppose this point is taken, suppose this point we have taken, suppose this point we have taken, suppose this point we have taken, and the distance of all these points from this fixed point is always constant, and this fixed point is known as the center of the circle, and this fixed distance is known as the radius of the circle. So circle is a set of points, the two-dimensional figure which is such that its set of points from the fixed point is always constant. The fixed point is known as the center of the circle, and the fixed distance is known as the radius of the circle. This is the definition of a circle. It is a set of points whose distance from the fixed point is always constant. The fixed point is known as the center of the circle, and the fixed distance is known as the radius of the circle. So this is the shape of the circle, this is the center of the circle, and this is the radius of the circle. This distance OP is the radius of the circle. After that, what is the diameter? Diameter is the line segment joining any 2 points on the circle and passing through the center. So PB is the diameter of the circle. It is the line segment joining any 2 points on the circle passing through the center. This is also the diameter, passing through the center and joining any 2 points of the circle, and diameter is double of the radius, is equal to twice its radius, double of its radius, or we can say that the radius is half of the diameter. So this is the definition of the circle, the radius of the circle, and the diameter of the circle. After that, we have arc of a circle. What is an arc of a circle? Arc of a circle is the part of the circumference of the circle, parts of the circumference of the circle. This is the arc of the circle. It is always measured anti-clockwise. This is the direction. This PQ arc means from P to Q anti-clockwise, and the QP arc denotes this arc. It is a major arc. This is the major arc, and this is the minor arc of the circle. Major arc and the minor arc of the circle, always measured anti-clockwise. Now after that we have the chord of the circle. Now what is the chord of the circle? Chord of the circle is the line segment joining any 2 points on the circle. Any 2 points on the circle. This is the chord. Let's take this is a chord, another chord. This is CD chords. The chords AB and CD. These are the 2 chords. There are infinite number of chords in the circle. After that we have segment. Now segment is the part of the circle divided by the chord. This is the chord, and this is the part of the circle. This is also the part of the circle. This is the major segment. This is the major segment, and this is the minor segment of the circle. So segment is the part of the circle divided by the chord of the circle. And the largest chord of this circle is the diameter of the circle, because this is also a chord AB, and this is passing the circle. It is also the diameter, and the diameter is the largest chord of the circle. Diameter is largest chord of the circle. After that we have the sector of the circle. What is a sector? Sector is the part of the circle formed by the radius, 2 radius of the circle. Now OA and OB are the radius, so this is the sector of the circle. and this is the minor sector, and this is known as the major sector of the circle, because this is also the part of the circle formed by the radius, and this is the major sector of the circle, So this is the chord, sector, segment, major sector, minor sector, minor segment, major segment, and so on. The circle divide the plane into three parts. This is known as the interior of the circle. This is known as the exterior of the circle, outside the circle, and any point of the circle is known as on the circle, So these are the circle in the plane divided into three parts: interior of the circle, exterior of the circle, and on the circle. So these are the three parts of the circle. So these are some basics of the circle which we have to do before the exercise 10.1 of your NCERT book. Now you can now explain the solution of the first exercise of your NCERT book. The question number 1 is of fill in the blanks. The first is the center of the circle lie dash in the of the circle. तो जो center है it lie in interior of the circle. Center जो है circle के interior होता है, interior of the circle. Now second part is the point whose distance from the center of a circle is greater than the radius. Any point whose distance from the center, he is saying that is greater than the radius, then it will lie exterior to the circle. Naturally it will lie in the exterior to the circle. If the distance of any point from the center of the circle is greater than the radius, this is the radius, then it will lie in the exterior of the circle. Third part, the longest chord of the circle, I have already explained. The longest chord of the circle is the diameter of the circle. It's the diameter of the circle. The next fourth part of this question is an arc is when its end of the diameter. This I think I haven't explained. So any arc which is at the end of the diameter, this is the diameter, AB is the diameter. Now any arc which is whose end points on the diameter, either this or this, is known as the semicircle. Semicircle is the half of the circle, and the end point of the arc of the circle lie on the ends of the diameter. So it is a semicircle whose ends lie on the diameter. The segment of the fifth part, the segment of the circle is the region between the arc. Segment क्या होता है? Segment is the region of the circle between the arc of the circle and the chord. So segment, who make the segment? The chord of the circle. It divides the circle into two parts, minor and major, and if it is a diameter, then it is divided into two equal circle, that it is known as the semicircle. Now in the sixth part, a circle divide the plane on it lie into how many parts? Circle divide into three parts: interior, exterior, and on the circle. So a circle divide the plane on which it lie in three parts. It divide the circle in three parts in the sixth part of this question number 1. So this is the 10.1 exercise of your NCERT book. Now question number 2 is of a true false type question. The first says that first part is the line segment joining the center of any point of the circle is the radius of the circle. It is asking the line segment joining the center to any point, any point on this, he is saying it is the radius. Yes, it is true. The distance of the center from any point of the circle is known as the radius of the circle. It is true. The second is the circle has only finite number of equal chords. Equal chords you can make. What is a chord? Chord is the line segment joining any 2 points of the circle. So they are because there are infinite numbers of points in the circle, so therefore it have infinite, because it is false because there are infinite many point on the circle. When there are infinite point on the circle, so it means you can find infinite numbers of equal chords. So this statement is false because a circle contains infinite numbers of points. Now the third part, if the circle is divided into 3 equal arcs, each arc is major. Is saying that if a circle divide into 3 parts, first, second and third, they are equal in length. It is saying equal arc, then it is a major arc. No, false, because if one is this arc, then the other arc will be the major. If one of the arc is minor, this is the minor, then the other arc will be major. So this is false because for each arc, the remaining arc will be greater. Now after that we have fourth part, a chord of a circle is twice as long as radius. The chord of a circle which is twice as long as radius is the diameter. Yes, it is saying that the chord which is twice as long as the radius, suppose this is the radius, so AB is equal to twice the radius which is the diameter. So it is true. It is true. It is true. Now fifth part of this question, the sector is the given region between the chord and the corresponding arc. Sector, what is a sector? Sector is a region between the two radius of the circle. So it is false, it is given because it is saying that it is a region between the chord and the circle. So you write that sector is the region between the two radii of the circle. So it is false. Now sixth part, a circle is a plane figure. Yes, sixth part, circle is a plane figure. I already told you that it is a two-dimensional figure whose distance from a fixed point is a set of points whose distance from the fixed point is always constant. So this is the exercise 10.1 in which you have to tell true or false, and the other type of question is based on the fill in the blanks. After that we do the theorem that equal chords subtends equal angles at the center. अगर chord की length equal है, suppose there are two chords A, B and C, D, if their length is equal, then they make equal angle at the center. So what is given? It is given that the chords are equal. It is given that AB is equal to CD. And what you have to prove that they are making equal angles at the center. That is angle AOB will be equal to angle COD. This you have to prove. Now you can prove very easily that these two angles are equal by proving that these two triangles are congruent. So in triangle AOB and triangle COD, now OA is equal to OC. They are the radii of the circle. AB is equal to CD. It is given that the chords are equal, and OB is equal to OD. They are also the radii of the circle. They are also the radii. The triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD by side. When they are congruent, so their angle AOB will be equal to angle COD, corresponding part of the congruent triangles. It means that equal chords subtends equal angles at the center. Now next theorem is the converse of this theorem, which says that if the two chords subtends equal angle at the center, then the chords are equal. Suppose they are the two chords AB and CD, and suppose they are making an angle of, they are making equal angles at the center, means these two angles are equal, then the length of the chords are equal. That is angle AOB is equal to angle COD. It is given. Now you have to prove that the length of the chords, that is AB equal to CD. This you have to prove. Now you can easily prove that these two triangles are congruent, triangle AOB and triangle COD. Now OA is equal to OC. They are the radii. This is equal. Angle AOB is equal to angle COD. It is given that these two angles are equal, and OB is equal to OD. Again they are radii. They are equal, they are the radii. Now these two triangles are congruent. AOB is congruent to triangle COD by side angle side. By side angle side they are congruent. So when these two are congruent, so you can write that AB is equal to CD, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So this we have proved that if the two chords making equal angle at the center of the circle, then the length of the chords are equal, and we have proved that these two triangles are congruent. When these two triangles are congruent, we can say that AB is equal to CD. That is, if the two chords making equal angle at the center, then the length of the chords are equal. Okay, we'll continue in the next lecture. Thank you.